Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and welcome back to Farm Manager 2021. We continue on with chapter number 2. This is episode 3 of the series, and right now our goal is to get goats and sheep up and running. Let's see if we can make that happen quite quickly. We already have the cows in production. We'll see what adding goats and sheep will do to us. Of course, we already have cows up here. We don't want to venture too far away from here. I think a little road over to here and maybe operating in that area, or possibly squeezing it right here into the middle with a little connecting road through there could be of use to us. Let's see what we can do with that. So we're looking at 2 small sheds, one for goat, one for sheep. And let's see, can we squeeze it right there? I don't think the road's going to let us do that. If we go that way, why don't we go this way with it? We can definitely fit them right there. Or do we want it down here? Alright, let's go ahead and place our road first. Alright, road does fit there. Wanted to make sure. Small shed. Okay, 1 and 2. I think we're actually going to need that road connecting on over. So why don't we just go ahead and take on that task. As our house is going to be right there. So we're going to need 2 more animal handlers for that one. But we do have some extra workers now. Let's go ahead and utilize those and just not bring anyone new, because that was horribly inefficient. At the end of that last episode, as we ran into complications trying to get our first beetroot harvest. We had the equipment for it, but it did not want to run, so we ended up having to utilize manual employee work. We have all of the necessary equipment pieces, yet it would not happen. So we just had to do it and finagle our way through that one. Alright, well, let's go with goats. I'm going to go max. Let's bring in 10 goats. Let's also assign somebody who's available. Do we have anyone that's good with animals? We do have Imogen Elliott. Bring her in. And then we already have things like silage. That's good. We do have grass as well. And we have straw. That seems like a good combination. Right, now on to the sheep. Okay, fill that one out. Right, what do we have? Maybe an endurance person like Abigail, as I do not want to use Caddy, who is our driver. Violet is a little higher up. Let's go ahead and use Violet. Useful for us. Crops, no. Grass, yes. Wheat, no. Do we have soya? I believe that was in my tutorial. This is not soya. This is grass and oats and fodder beets. So, how are we gonna feed you guys? We have a weaker worker and we're lacking proper. So either we need to buy something to assist this one, or we're just gonna have to expect less from our sheep. Probably gonna end up expecting less from our sheep. Alright, we'll be able to keep an eye on our milk production. Clearly, I have a feeling our goats are gonna go a little bit faster on that matter than our sheep will. But the sheep are arriving. They will start producing pretty quick. As soon as the goats are done and they've done their 1,000, we can change our production cycle to take care of that. Meanwhile, new field is being done. It looks like we have a harvest ready to go, so we'll have some silage ready to be made, and we'll continue to take care of business elsewhere. Let's go ahead and speed the process along for a little bit, as our basics are taken care of. Let's see our harvester in action, ready to collect. Things are going well. Finances, of course, have dropped with the expenses. Alright, we're already getting some goat's milk. Not a lot, though. That was only 85. That's going to take a little bit to get to 1,000. that's okay. We don't need to spend money for a little bit, so we can actually be in the habit of making money for a little while here. That's probably not a bad thing for this chapter. Love how we're waiting for a vehicle, even though there's plenty of available vehicles. Okay, the sheep, you can see how much less they are producing, just 21, where the goats, 2 rounds in, are at 214. 26 now for the sheeps. See, drastically behind what the goats are producing, but that's okay. We don't want to open a whole new chain of things and spend a ton of money. We're just going to have to suffer through the sheep being a bit less efficient. Yay for the goats, but seriously, folks. Come on, game. Are you going to finally do something? No, you're going to go off and work another field, and you're going to take the longest route possible to reach the field. You were right there to go right here, and then they went around. All vehicles are in reach, yet they do have a few bugs to work out. Very clear. No round press. Okay, let's see if we can do a little manual. Need 2 extra. I have 5 extra. Is 5 extra not enough? I need 7 extra. It's possible that that could be the case. We have room for 3 more workers here, so let's just go ahead and get 2. Get it done and over with. We have plants, sure. And endurance, sure. And now we have enough. That field will be done. Speed that back along, and they're going to do everything manually. We do not have the press to make the hay, so that's actually totally understandable. And 5,000 was the yield on that oat harvest. By the way, our goat's milk is coming along. Getting awfully close to the sheep. Man, oh man, that's going to take us a little while, isn't it? Maybe we need to buy a little bit one of these things. How about we buy some wheat, soya, or peas? Maybe we'll see what's cheap. Slow things down for a little bit here while we do that, so we don't lose a bunch of time. So wheat, soya, or peas. And it's colza. There's peas. 221 per kilogram. Soya is the same price. Wheat is cheaper. There's your option. We'll buy 100. No, I want 100. Oh, we don't have a small silo. Well, dang. How about the peas? We do have room for the peas. Okay, we'll take 100 of that then. And then we'll add in peas. Between the poor worker and the low quality of food, we're just not producing much, and we don't have all day. Another grass harvest coming along. Okay, that goat milk will be ready fairly soon, and we'll be able to start producing it. Only 1 idle worker, so we are keeping people busy. That's a good sign. %done on the goat's milk. Meanwhile, the field work continues. Autumn has come. This is harvest time for most crops, and the last moments to work in the fields before the first frost sets in already. Yep. We're just cruising right through that first year. These guys will keep on producing though, so fields, they're doing their thing, but not in a good way. Okay, 1 task is done. That's the goat's milk, so let's go ahead and change our production to goat's milk for a little bit. Goaty, where are you? Goat cheese? No. Is that what we're making? No, we want to sell. Oh, we're just selling. My bad. No production. Just sell goat's milk. Market. Sell. Goat's milk. Ew. Hello. Some of it's not there. Is it gone bad on us or something? Cheese. Oh, butter. Wait, I thought I changed back to the cheese. I did, I just never sold it. Time to make some money. Let's go with, how about 1800? Price is fairly low at the moment. Sheep's milk. So we've got goat's milk. Okay, more cheese. Alright, well, we just made some bank. In fact, our current cash count is higher than what it was when we started today, before we added in a couple new structures. Sheep's milk coming up on 50%. We still need to sell quite a bit, of course, and we've now finished the goat's milk entirely, so it's down to the sheep at this point. And yeah, we're doing fine with them. I don't need to add more. We don't need to spend more money. I want the efficiency. I want to be done, but we're coming into the off season anyway. This will give us a little bit of time to cruise through there. But also, this is a really good time for me to just kind of scoot forward a month or 2 months. No need for a time lapse. Let's go ahead and get to the end of our period of time to finish the sheep's milk, which we only needed 500, by the way, so we are halfway there. We haven't had the first frost yet, but we are into November now, but we have finally finished what we needed to do. So the sheep, we've produced enough sheep's milk, and the last little bit, we need 70 units of sheep's milk left to sell, and we do have that available to us finally. So let's go ahead and get that sold, and move on to the next stage. You can see we have 110 units of 70 necessary. We just added in a whole bunch of goat's milk as well, ready to sell. Some yellow cow cheese. We'll take care of those things, and then that adds a little more funds. We've done well in the funds department. We've recovered back up to 350,000 from where we were. Okay, well, next up, still not done with Chapter 2. We have produced 675 kilograms of sheep cheese and 1,200 kilograms of goat cheese. So that is the focus now. I think, honestly, I need more people working through here. I do have some available. I'm going to go ahead and see what we have. We do have Lacey and Abigail Endurance. We might as well put them to work in our production facility and get it working a little bit faster, because up until now it's been fairly slow. We're not keeping up with the cow's milk. I ended up having to sell quite a bit of the cow's milk because we couldn't quite keep up on the cheese, but the cheese makes a lot better profit, so the faster they're working, the better off we are. Now, we'll get them back on that task, but we do need to get the sheep cheese and the goat cheese on the go, so don't think it necessarily matters which order we go in. And, oh gosh, what was that song? Co-cheese. Co-cheese? Audio Slave. There we go. Goat cheese. There we go. Pick that one. We do not have anything in storage, but that of course makes perfect sense, as we had no reason to be delivering it here. But we'll get that taken care of. Let's go ahead and speed things along, as this is another fairly easy process for us. It did take some time on the last one. I think this is going to get us through most of winter to complete this task. I did go ahead and purchase some crops. Crops were super cheap, so with the peas, the crops, and then the grass, we've got things fairly well covered now on increasing the production of our sheep, and we were able to get things accomplished a bit faster with that one. So on the same task here, we'll see as soon as we finish the sheep cheese, we'll then switch over and take care of that goat cheese. Now, in terms of this, no goat's milk. Okay, well, it's accessible. They just have to go and retrieve it. Straw organic. I don't know why we would need straw organic somewhere. I don't think we have anything set to straw organic. Oh, we do, right there. How is that on straw organic? That's not what it was set on before. Let's go ahead and switch that over to regular straw. Oh, they're both set to straw. That's not what I wanted. This one should have been on grass. Change production. I think that was, there was an update to the game, and that must have switched through that update. Which, by the way, we do have plenty of silage right now for our cows. They are maxed at 4 of 4. Everything's still looking good in that department. The manure, there's a lot of manure. I don't know if we are utilizing any of that to fertilize the fields. We might need to produce it, but as long as this doesn't have a capacity, oh it does, but if we hit that capacity, obviously we can sell. We had fodder beets, we had grass, and we are making some progress on that goat cheese, a whopping 22%. A lot of notifications now. No goat's milk, straw, crops, pea, straw. Yikes. A lot of hurry up and waiting on the goat cheese, which there's 257 goat's milk right there, so it's just got to get hauled out of there, and I'm not sure why they are so slow. I mean, we have all these idle people, and we got trucks going everywhere, and yet, I don't know. It looks like the AI still needs a little bit of work, honestly, on this game. AI logic, there you go. They just went and picked up a big chunk. There's still 42 there, so they only picked up what they could in that moment. But there is a little bit of logic lacking. But there's some more done. Now up to 35%. And more inching along. See, they're working still. They're gonna run out quite soon though. That's going on empty. It's on E. Still 171 available here, so once that gets hauled over, get another unit done, but we are just over a third of the way. We're about 260 goat's milk away from completing the goat cheese task. Looking at what's left, we've got 255 goat cheese left to make. So 255, 135 times 2 is going to complete it within that window. So 2 times. So we've got roughly 10 to go, 15 to go till this set is finished, and then another 250. So that close now, that close, and we'll have this done. There's 85 right there. So realistically, we only need roughly 200 more to go on that one. We have run out of straw, at least for now, but otherwise things are still on the go. Meanwhile, we've also accumulated a bit of sheep's milk, 456. It's definitely not going to get us the 675 kilograms we need of that, but we'll at least be able to get started fairly soon on it anyway. Winter is here and first frost is coming. This is the end of field work. Now you should focus on attending to your animals and repairing your machines after a season of hard work. They're missing straw down here, but that's okay. Oh, and just like that, just before Christmas, we're gonna get a little wintry wonderland. Snow on the 23rd of December, huh? Now on the eve of the holiday, look at all that goat's milk. Come on, that's enough to finish. That's enough to finish. In fact, there you go. That last one is gonna finish any moment. 98%, it's almost there. And there's plenty, and there you go. Boom, done. Let's get on to the other cheese. That's the sheep cheese. That's this one. And get on with it. Alright, the lesser of the two now, 675. This one, though, also 250 to make 150. And we had, what, 400, 500 in the storage. 126, yeah, plus, so 500, a little over 500 there. And that's halfway through that first order. So that's going to make 2.5 orders. So that'll take care of the first 300, and then halfway towards the next 150. It is going to take us 5 orders to get through 675 though. 4 orders will get us 600. So 2.5 orders out of 5 necessary. That's still going to take us some time to finish this one up as we roll into the new year. It's 2022. Boy, oh boy. Aren't we all waiting for 2022? We all waited desperately for 2021 to not have 2020 in real life, obviously, with COVID. And then, oh, look how close we are to that next one. Okay, we got ridiculously close to finishing that third one, not just halfway through. So that's a good sign. That is a good sign. But we've still got that just over 2 orders to finish this thing off. So another 500 sheep's milk. Looks like we might be out of our peas and crops again. So let's go ahead and buy some more. I'm gonna buy a little bit additional this time as well. Can we double? Oh yes, double click gives you 200. Oh, the magic. Boom, buy. Okay. It'll take care of that one. And right there, 66%. But again, with that purchase, we should have more coming soon. Yeah, there's 115 already. And so let's say that's 100 into the next order. And we need 2 more orders. So we need 500. So we need another 400. We're at 126. Let's go ahead and... Oh, we have a chance to skip winter? Oh, interesting. Winter ends in 72 days. Monthly wages, we have food, the vet, production, cost of maintaining buildings, animal products, income, factories income. We're looking at actually having a positive balance, and that's the important part right now. 56,000 if we skip winter, we would increase our funds by 56,000. However, that's not the way I want to do this, because I don't know if we'll actually complete this task if we do that and skip winter entirely. So play that safe. Okay, we're down to 26 on the sheep's milk at the moment, but how did we do here? We progressed through that next one halfway through, but one more gets us to 600. So we still need 125 plus the 250. That's about 130 actually. So we need 380. And there's 36 of that, so we need another 350. We should definitely have that before the end of the season. Yeah, current food quality is up. We can't store the wheat or soya without buying a silo, specific silo for that. So no bother. They're just missing the straw, not worried. Let's go ahead and make a little profit though. We've spent quite a bit of money for months and not done anything with it. Look at all that cow's milk we have, and that cheese that we have, and that cheese that we have, and that sheep's wool that we're not doing anything with and is super cheap right now, but at least it's something. Okay, there's 29,000. And we will get that cow's milk on the go again fairly soon. I'd like to be able to increase our rate of production. Okay, here we go. Next one on the go. What did they bring in? We've got already down to just 30. Ouch, didn't even finish that order. 47, that'll finish it, so we're under 250 now on what we need overall. Heavy snowstorm here. Cows are still doing well. Still producing highly. And other than the missing straw, we're doing okay with the goats. But the sheep are working a little slow. 94. Still waiting for another 200 or so. In the meantime, what do you got for us? Straw, sheep's milk. Just that. 86%. I suppose we'll take a second to see how our vehicles are doing. They should be all in fairly good shape. 83%. Ooh, 6,000 to renovate that? No, that's okay. Being outside is putting some wear and tear into these vehicles. The other tractor, cost going up and up and up because it's sitting outside in the snow. I think we need to get a covered garage for the tractors. Long term, it seems like that might be a smart choice to make. Finally, that penultimate order is complete. We've already got 100, pushing well into this final order that we needed. And we are halfway there, over halfway there, so we need less than 125 at this point. And there's 63. And it's February, so we're still a couple months away from our second spring. Oh, hello. It says 100%, yet we're not where we need to be. That's odd that it says. That's because, so it's counting this progress bar in terms of the overall, but you don't actually get the completed sheep's cheese until you fill the bar. So this progress bar is counting this progress bar. It's strange, but I get it. I see what it's doing, where it's getting its math from, because 600 of 675 is not 100%, obviously. $141, that would do it. Now we just need a truck to pull up, and then we'll have production done a few seconds later. There's a truck, there's a stop, there's a delivery, and we're going to see it appear here quite soon. Come on, come on. There it is. There's the delivery. Here we go. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. There it is, 100%. Man, oh man. Okay, keep earning 1,500 for 2 months. So, 2 months. I gotta sit through 2 months here. All right. Well, let's earn 1,500. That's easy enough. We'll hang on to that. We'll even lower this. Let's go down to 150. There's your 1,500. There's 1 month. But we have to push into March 1st. So linger on a little bit. Let's get back to some yellow cheese. We have so much cow's milk right now, and with 4 employees instead of 2 working in here, they should be working a little bit faster these days. There we go. There's a nice big delivery. 4,000 of the cow's milk. And now they should be almost continuous on their cheese production these days. That's going to add up a lot quicker, a lot better than previously. We're looking at, okay, no straw, yeah. Silage is empty. We have no room to finish this silage off, I think. It's probably full on, yeah, 7,500. Lots of grass, lots of silage. Could probably sell some of that off. we definitely have the opportunity to make some money from stuff sitting in the warehouse, not just those final products. So our finances are definitely stable right now. Speaking of stables, I wonder when they're going to get us into that phase of the game, as in open a stable and have some horsies. We can have a famous Mr. Ed. Alright, March is a-coming. We'll try to hit on that right around the 1st. So let's take a look. What can we do? We've got upgrade to the building. We've got buy more land. There's still so many things locked in the campaign. This is one reason why I do like the those sandbox modes, where you're not in a hurry up and wait scenario. You're just do at your pace. That thing you do. Speaking of that thing you do, Tom Hanks, so versatile. Okay, how we looking? How we looking? Yeah, see, they're just flying through that cow's milk now. And coming up on that 1st. Still snowing. Definitely still not spring yet. But we'll be pushing our way through. Okay, it's the 1st. It's the 1st. That should count for our next month. Look at all this stuff we've got. Alright, cheap cheese. There you go. Ding. They're still not counting it. We need to push forward. How many days was that? The 12th or something like that? I can check, I think, through... Is this finances? No, that's just the market. Where are my finances? Do. There we go. We have the 13th. 13th. Okay. Yeah, you can see all those expenses early on. Bam, 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 bam. And then some more expenses, and then more expenses. But then since then, we've kind of gone up. But then through the winter, we don't have all those extra crops. So winter hurts a little bit more, but we're sitting on all sorts of potential cash flow. So we're fine. We are totally fine. But yeah, it's the 13th we need to wait for. Not that far away. And actually, so here's a funny thing. So this doesn't happen as often as it used to. I think people have wisened up around the world just a bit compared to where things used to be. But I live in a town called Vancouver, Washington, within the USA. So we have Washington as in like the first president, and we have Washington District of Columbia, the capital of the United States, and then we have the state of Washington. So if you say you're from Washington, I often get that one confused with, oh, Washington, D.C., the capital, blah, blah, blah. You know, that sort of, people mistake that one often, especially if they're not from the U.S. And then I live in the city of Vancouver. It's a small city of Vancouver. It's the original city of Vancouver, and it's named after George Vancouver, the explorer. But George Vancouver also continued exploring up that Pacific Northwest coastline, and another city named after him is Vancouver, British Columbia. So that one happens all the time. We get the confusion of that. So very regular, normal thing. Snows have stopped. We're up to 40 degrees. We're going to get a tiny bit of snow melt today, ever so slightly, but it's the 11th. We're almost on to that 13th now. Just about time. On to the 12th, and it's snowing again. Back down to 23 degrees. Man, come on now. Come on. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. 13th. We can now make that sell. And we have plenty of options on what to do with that one. But let's just go ahead. 35,000. Yeah, how about that for some income? Still? Really? Why? It's a second month. Are you not going to count it till the end of the month or something? Harsh game. Really harsh. It's already been 2 months. Do I have to wait for the end of the second month? Do I have to wait 60 days before you're going to count it? Because realistically, we just literally passed a month and we're only a couple days beyond that. We've certainly made the money. Let's go ahead and make some more. Just to see, you know, if you add, it just needed like one more day. Didn't want to count the 13th. Boss is happy with your results. Keep it up. Hey, chapter 2 is complete. Backup plan is chapter 3, but that's going to be for next time. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.